Look at this raccoon. I just scared it away and it just came back. And here's Hydrox.
Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals.
Good morning, Simba. I just got out of the shower and I have an olive oil moisturizer on my finger. Look at Simba. Okay, he doesn't mind this one. Simba does not mind olive oil. Probably because he's eaten it in the past. That's good to know, Simba. How are you doing today? You look very handsome, Simba. You still relaxing? All the cats are still very tired because they all went to bed very late yesterday. And it's a gray, miserable day. That's what Simba says. He says it's a gray, miserable day. He doesn't like gray, miserable days because there's not as much animals to watch out of the window, right, Simba? He says when it's a nice, beautiful, sunny day, then all the animals are out. He just heard a bird. He said when it's sunny, the birds like to come out and the squirrels like to come out, and he can watch all different types of animals. But when it's gray and rainy, they all just kind of cozy up somewhere when it's not as much fun. Okay, Simba, you could take a nap. It is 9:20 a.m. and the cats are having their breakfast. They're having homemade raw food with a few blue wilderness treats on top. And Splash ate all his food. Simba ate most of his food. Stella's finishing her food and Boo's working on his. And I've realized that when the cats are hungry, I need to just feed them right away and just kind of get them out of the way, because literally that's what it does. It literally gets them out of my way. If I try to get other things done first, they will just be following me around and like under my feet, and everything takes longer to do. So this is something that I have come to accept right now, is that I have to just get them fed and then they leave me alone, and then I could do everything else quicker. It's about 9:30 a.m. right now, and I just gave Hydrox a big bowl of homemade raw food. And there's Ditto. Ditto just showed up, so now I'm going to go inside get some canned food. I'll put some canned food out for Ditto. It is 9:35 a.m. and there's Hydrox eating the raw food that I put out for him. There is about 2/3 of a can of food there. Ditto had some of that. The other third of the can is in the heated kitty cafe, and Ditto's eating that now too. Ditto does not look like he is wanting for food. Like, he's looking like he's getting chubby. I'm sitting here eating some amazing fresh pineapple for breakfast, and I just looked over and look at Stella. Stella says she's going to edit the videos today. Stella said she likes to work the computer and she likes to edit videos. Right, Stella? Stella, you look so smart. You're going to be the first cat that has their own laptop computer, right, Stella? There's not even anything on the screen right now. Oh, actually, you know what's on the screen? Hydrox. Hydrox's live stream. That's on the screen right now. Stella, you're such a smart girl. And you're so pretty, Stella. Look how pretty you are. You're such a pretty girl, Stella. Today is day 16 for the reverse advent calendar for cats. We are filling compartment number 16. And here's Boo in his usual spot on the stairs watching me. Anytime he sees me with the can, he has to watch me. We are filling day number 16 with 2 cans of the Wholehearted cat food. This is the tuna and shrimp recipe flaked in gravy. And this is what the reverse advent calendar looks like after 16 days have been filled in. And once again, all items in this reverse advent calendar will be donated to a local animal shelter once all of these compartments have been filled in. It is 6:15 p.m. And I just gave food to Hydrox and Ditto. That's Ditto eating some food. And that's Hydrox's bowl. He finished his food. And there's Hydrox right now. He's grooming himself. So they had a can of Trader Joe's turkey and giblets, a 5.5 ounce can. They also had a big scoop of homemade raw food. Look at this. Look at this. Wow, that's a fat possum. Look, coming right up near the back door. I think there is one bowl by the back door because when it rains, sometimes Hydrox just wants to eat like next to the house. So I'll put food there, and that's what that bowl is. Look. The possum's looking really fat. So what I was going to say is that if Hydrox starts grooming himself after he eats, it usually means he's satisfied and he's done. And there's the bowl that Ditto was eating out of. I don't know if he finished it, but he just walked away. He's sitting right there. So they're done. They had a lot of food. It's 7:51 p.m. and Boo's been hanging out on his favorite chair with the crinkle blanket. Hello, Boo. Now he's gonna stretch and want some pets. Hello, Boo. Boo, you're so silly. He's pulling himself along the rug. Boo, you're so silly. You're so silly, Boo. It is 11:15 p.m. and the cats are having some crunchies, so there's Boo eating crunchies. And here's Simba. Simba's having crunchies. And here's Stella. Stella's having crunchies. And here's Splash. Splash is having crunchies. And Splash got a lot of pets tonight. He let me give him a lot of pets. And tonight, I think I finished writing out all of the Lucky Ferals Christmas cards. I believe it's more than 430 cards that are being sent out. I was trying to do like 30, 40, or 50 a day. And then today I just sat down and did a whole bunch of them. It's 9:07 a.m. and I just opened the back door and Ditto was hanging out like where he is now, but Hydrox was in his house. And as soon as Hydrox saw me open the door, he went out his back door of the house and he went over to Ditto. And then Hydrox greeted Ditto and they kind of, touched noses, kissed each other. And now the back door's fogging up. It's really cold out and it's wet and rainy today. And I'm gonna give them some food. Come here, Ditto. Boo's here. I'm petting Boo and Ditto's watching me. Ditto sounds so much like Boo. Okay, so here is what I just did. I just mixed together a can of the Trader Joe's turkey and giblets with one of the large scoops of raw food. I did this yesterday and both Ditto and Hydrox really enjoyed it. So I'm doing it again today. And there they are, they're both eating at the same time. So I split the food in half between both bowls. Whatever they don't eat within like 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to have to pick up and either put next to the house or under the feeding table because it is raining. It's like drizzling out. And anything that's left out will just eventually like fill up with water and become a mess. But look, they're both enjoying their breakfast. It's a really good amount of food. Hello, Ditto. Right now it's 9:16 a.m. And Ditto almost let me pet him before. My hand got within like 4 inches of his back. Then he gave me a look like, if you touch me, I'm gonna swat you. So I didn't pet him. And there's Hydrox finishing whatever is left in Ditto's bowl. And there's Hydrox's bowl. And I'm actually gonna go put another can of food out for them, because Ditto was looking in the automatic feeder for food, and I don't think there's any there. So I'm gonna give him more food. I just gave them more food, and Hydrox went straight over to the bowl to start eating it. And as I was putting the food out, I heard like a strange noise, and I looked up, and all of the trees are like covered in ice. There goes Ditto, he's going to eat also. And so it's really cold out. Thankfully, it's not a little bit colder, because if it was a little bit colder, this would all be snow. And I would love to have a winter without any snow. And when I say without any snow, I mean like without any snow, like over like 2 inches of snow. So that's what I'm going to imagine this winter. I am going to imagine this winter a snowless winter. We're only gonna get snow for appearances. Like, it'll look nice, it'll be like a dusting of snow, but there will be no snow accumulation. And that is my wish for the next 4 months. Right now I'm filming this about a week before Christmas, and we're basically in the darkest time of year right now. But once we get to January and February, those are the colder months. Like, January and February are much colder than December, and we normally get much more snow in those months than we do in December. So that's, to me, that's the worst part of the year. The worst part of the year is always January and February. And December, even though it's the darkest part of the year, we don't get as much snow, so it's not as bad. And with all the holidays and everything like that, it's, you know, it's an easier go of it. One other thing that I want to mention is that as the seasons change, if you're taking care of feral cats or cats that are living outside, you have to adjust the way that you're feeding them, the way that you're providing them water. You have to adjust to their needs and requirements based on the weather and the seasons, especially the seasons, because like right now, as the weather's getting much colder, Ditto and Hydrox are eating more food. And I think giving them 2 cans of cat food along with the raw food is good. Ideally, I would love to give them nothing but raw food, but for the amount of food that they eat, like, it would just be way too much raw food prep for me. I mean, with 4 inside cats eating raw food and then having 2 outside cats eating just as much raw food as the 4 inside cats, that would be like preparing raw food for 8 cats on a daily basis. And it's very time consuming. It's a very time consuming process. And to me, that is the biggest hindrance with it right now. So I've been trying to prep raw food once a month and then have it last about a month for the cats. And to do that, what I've been doing is then supplementing like a few times a week with some commercial raw food, and then a few times a week with some canned food. And that makes the raw food that I make stretch. It also gives the cats some variety in their diet, which is good for them. And it would be nice to feed Ditto and Hydrox just raw food and not canned food, but the reality of the situation is that there are just not enough hours in the day right now to do that. But if I was a stay-at-home cat mom that did nothing but take care of cats all day, and if my entire life revolved around cats, then yeah, then I would have plenty of time to make all the raw food that I wanted for as many cats as I wanted. It's not my reality. But it's fun to think about. So because Ditto was just watching Hydrox eat and basically waiting to eat whatever Hydrox left in the bowl, I grabbed a handful of dry food and I just put it in the bowl of the automatic feeder. And Ditto went right over to it and he's eating that now. So it seems that the automatic feeder is dispensing food, but then I guess birds are getting to it and they're eating it. So I might have to adjust the time that the feeder dispenses, make it later instead of so early. Look at all the ice on the trees. It's icicles on everything. There's a sheet of ice on everything. Look at my car windows. It's just like all ice. It is 4:40 p.m. right now, and Simba has been acting all giddy. I just got home a little while ago, and Simba's just been acting like really giddy, and I was walking around because I need to do the litter boxes right now, and Simba's just like, he's like, the only way I could describe it is if he was a person, he'd be like, hey, look, I gotta show you something. Hey, look, I gotta show you something. Hey, look, I gotta show you something. It was like that, right? So I come downstairs, and what's the first thing I see? Look, I'm gonna show you. This is what Simba wanted to show me. It's a spider. I believe it's a dead spider. It's a big, dead spider. I'm surprised the cats have not eaten it, but that's a good thing because I am going to pick it up and flush it down the toilet. But this is what Simba wanted to show me. He was like, look, I gotta show you something. That's what he wanted to show me, the spider. Don't eat it, Simba. Now, I also want to point out how seriously Simba takes his job, because Simba's job in the house is bug hunting. His job is making sure that there are no bugs in the house. Simba, you did such a good job with that bug. Simba, you did a good job with that bug. I'm going to give you some extra treats today, okay? Because you did your job. You did your job really good. You got the bug. Simba got the bug. Simba, give me a high five. Give me a high five. When you were a kitten, you gave me a high five. Give me another high five. High five, Simba. High five. Low five. High five. Low five. Give me a high five. Boop. There you go. That's a high five, Simba. It is 4:53 p.m. and it's freezing rain out, and I just put food out for Hydrox and Ditto in the heated kitty cafe. I put out raw food mixed with canned food, and look at this raccoon. Look at this raccoon. I just scared it away and it just came back. And here's Hydrox. Hydrox, scare that raccoon away. I just scared the raccoon away. Like, I literally have to go outside and like get up near it, and then it runs away. And then I move this bowl over toward where Hydrox likes to eat. Look, it came right back. It's like, hey, I'm back. It's going back to the food. I just shooed it away, came back inside, and it's right back at the food. I mean, it must be starving, so at this point I'm just gonna let it eat the food. Hopefully it won't eat Hydrox's food also. But Hydrox doesn't seem too hungry, like he wasn't meowing at me. When Hydrox is hungry, he meows at me all the time, so maybe he's still full from breakfast. I don't know. So Splash has a new name. Splash's name is Flashy Splashy. He loves his name, right, Splash? When I call him Flashy Splashy, like, he's a new cat. He's like confident, and he likes being pet. Flashy Splashy. Come here, Flashy Splashy. Come here, Flashy Splashy. Well, maybe not all the time, but sometimes. Flashy. 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 Flashy Splashy. Flashy? Are you flashy or splashy? Okay, guys, you just missed it. So I put the food together for the cats, and I was giving it to them on this platter. And as I was walking over here, I was talking to Splash, and I was like, Flashy Splashy, Splashy, you're so flashy. Like, I was playing around with him, and he kissed Boo on the nose. First time ever. It's the first time I ever saw Splash and Boo nose to nose. Like, I told you, Splash likes his new name, Flashy Splashy. Gives him a lot more charisma. Flashy Splashy. So if you notice, every time the cats eat, they always eat in the same positions around this tray. Always in the same exact spot. Boo has a spot across from Stella, and then Simba is always across from Splash. They're always in the same exact spot. But if you look at this, you could clearly see how they're a family, because, you know, there's Stella, the white, and Tabby. and there's Boo, pretty much all black. And then there's Simba, who's pretty much tabby and black. You know, he's pretty much all tabby, but he does have a lot of black on his limbs, like his paws and his legs and everything. And then there's Splash, who has Stella's white and Boo's black. So it's real interesting when they eat like that you could tell like they're totally a family. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.